Okay, people. So I'm gonna tell you the truth. I was a little cynical. I was a little bit cynical about it, but god damn it, right? All my Irish friends that kept telling me, go, oh, you really need to see the Banshee of Inisherin. I was like, oh, god damn it. Look, I know you're Irish, but not everything Irish is great. They were right. I thoroughly enjoyed this film. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Now, I wasn't a fan of In Bruges, but I really enjoyed Seven Psychopaths and Free Billboards, right? Really good films. So I probably should have just looked at that more than everything else. But yeah, boy, The Banshee of Inisherin is written and directed by Martin McDonagh. The film is produced by McDonagh along with Peter Serzan and Graham Broadbent. It is executive produced by Daniel Batazik, Ben Knight, Ollie Madden, and Demude McEwen. It is associate produced by Peter Cohen and co-produced by James Flynn and Joe Homewood. Music is Carter Burwell. Ben Davis handles the cinematography. It's edited by Michael E.G. Nielsen. Louise Kelly. Cool. No, it's probably not Kelly. Louise Kiley, maybe, handled the casting. Mark Tiddlesley, production design, art direction is Tim Devine, Christine Fitzgerald, Paul Garadini, and Virginia Renner. Set decoration, Michael Standish. Costume design, Imia Ni Model Dominic, maybe. And our cast. Well, we have got Colin Farrell as Pádraic Sulaheron. Kerry Condon is his sister, Siobhán. We got Brendan Gleeson as his best friend, Colm Doherty. We have got Barry Keoghan as Dominic Kearney, who is his other friend, probably. There's Jerry, played by John Kenny. Peter Kearney, played by Gary Liddon. Georgie Devine, played by Pat Short. Mrs. McCormick, played by Sheila Fitton. The priest, played by David Pearce. Not the best priest in the world, maybe. Declan is Aaron Monaghan. Brittany Nietzsche is played by plays Mrs. O'Roydon. We've got Jenny, the horse. Sammy, played by Morse, Sammy the dog. And Minnie the pony, played by Minnie. So yeah, that's that. Now the gist is this: it's set on a remote island off the west coast of Ireland and follows lifelong friends Pádraic and Colm, who find themselves at an impasse when Colm unexpectedly puts an end to their friendship. A stunned Pádraic, aided by his sister Siobhán and troubled young islander Dominic, endeavours to repair the relationship, refusing to take no for an answer. But Pádraic's repeated efforts only strengthen his former friend's resolve And when Colin delivers a desperate ultimatum, events swiftly escalate with shocking consequences. And yeah, this film, it goes places that you did not think it would go, right? I had no clue what this was going to be, to be honest with you, going in. Had no clue. Just knew it was an Irish film. Set in 1923, right? Which is something else I did not know. I thought it was a present day thing. Nope. No, it's not. Um, but all of that, the year, like it doesn't really impact the story. And when I say it doesn't really impact the story, what I mean is, right, there's references to the Civil War and the fighting, but the real thing here, the real thrust of everything is this friendship, is this island life, this community, right? And it's one of those things where you kind of figure, are these people friends or is it this kind of forced commodity, right? When you're on a tiny island and there's literally no one else there. I mean, there are other people, but there's not many people, right? It's not London, it's not New York, right? It's not something like that. Then you feel that you might be forced to share company with people that you might not normally wish to do. So then what happens when you're just like, you know what? No, I'm done. Right? Which isn't a crazy concept. Like when you're watching it, you're like, wait, how is someone gonna be like all of a sudden, friendship's done? No, don't like you anymore. Right? You feel, oh man, that's kind of harsh. But right, I think you can definitely grow apart from people. You know, there's people I grew up with, and you just think, boy, they ain't really changed, but I ain't that person anymore, you know? Right? I think you can definitely think that, you know, but I don't know if it's as drastic, maybe as Colin puts it, but it does make this very intriguing because you're kind of wondering, okay, so what led to this? Like, can this be fixed? Like, where's this gonna go? You know, like the film is, it's extremely endearing, but you know, technically, not a whole heap is going on. It is just these people's, you know, daily lives essentially, you know, and the ramifications of certain actions. That's what this is. But it is, you know, you're just kind of transfixed by everything. The cinematography is incredible, right? Lovely shots of these landscapes and just, you know, these remote, you know, cottages and things and shops and like boats on the river and, well, I say the sea, right? And just things like that. People standing on cliffs. Yo, it looks incredible. It really does. So you have that, and then this haunting kind of soundtrack that accompanies it all. But it stands on these incredible performances. Incredible performances. And, you know, I will say, Colin Firth, you know, I don't know. There's been some things I thought, yeah, he's okay. Some things, Total Recall, I mean, where I was just like, no, this is just terrible, right? But boy, the performances that everyone puts on in this, phenomenal. Really, really, just make these characters come to life. You believe all of them, even when there is some nonsense that gets spoken. Right? You're just like, wait, what did they just say? What did it? That's just ludicrous. But you're believing it from these people, right? Not the brightest in the world, but there is a sweetness. Like when Pádraic is talking about how he's a nice person and what's wrong with being a nice person, and his sister's a really nice person, and he'll always remember her because she's so nice. And you just watch it and think, I mean, that's a nice thing to say, right? But then he does some just odd, mean things, you know? And you kind of question, right? Because when someone's just like, oh, I don't like you, you're boring, but they would rather spend time with someone that beats up their child, you'd be like, I mean, that's better? Like, what? How is that better? You know? So there's so much going on, and the poor sister, Siobhán, right? Everything that's happening with her. It was a very sweet moment between her and Dominic that you're just like, oh, God damn it. God damn it. Right? It's just such a nice little moment, and you know there's nothing coming from this. But it kind of speaks to the simpleness of Dominic, maybe you might want to say. But it's just, oh man, yeah, it's, and then I think all the bluster you get from certain characters, there's times and they say things or do things and you think, oh, but then there's these moments that you go, I mean, come on, that's a nice thing to do, right? That's a nice thing to do. And then we have the Shears. Boy, I mean, the default of that is just very unpleasant. And then seeing it, oh god damn. There's some, yeah, drastic things definitely got done. Drastic things definitely got done. But yeah, the story, it's just got this really nice flow to it. Really nice flow to it, which I mean, in between all of this, you have, as I said, look, you have these really nice moments, and then you have this bleakness, right? This bleakness that really cuts through everything. And there's a few incidents that just, it's not good, right? It's not good, but there is this dark humor about the Banshee of Inisherin. Right? There's this maudlin dark humor that you're kind of baffled, right? You're kind of baffled, like, what is wrong with these people? Right? What's wrong with why would they? Why don't take this offer, do this thing, like get out of this rut? But it just feels like this road to devastation, but told in in this kind of charming, lovely way, right? It's, you know, when you look at the things that McDowell has done, right? Seven Psychopaths, complete different film. Three Billboards, again, another different film, but there's this sensibility about everything. The way he can craft a character, it's just phenomenal. Phenomenal. People, it is available now on Disney Plus, which is great. I mean, that's how I saw it. Yeah. I mean, yeah, probably should have seen it sooner. I don't think necessarily that you're going to lose out watching it on the small screen compared to the big. I think some of these vista shots and pan shots and stuff, yes, that would work, you know, really well in the cinema. Great sound system and all of that. But I think because this is very, you know, people based, right? It's just on this story, these interconnecting lives of these people. It works regardless of the size of the screen. So, people, if you were a bit like me, hesitant about watching this, brush that aside, because boy, it is definitely worthwhile. Definitely worthwhile. And if you've liked McDowell's other films, yeah, definitely check it out. The Banshee of Inisherin is on Disney Plus. I think in the States it's on HBO Max. You know what I mean? So yeah, check it out. It is phenomenal.